Last week, we reviewed the scientists that study the weather and brainstormed different types of weather we see throughout the year. Do you remember what weather scientists are called? That's right, they're called meteorologists. Let's stomp it out. Meteorologists. Great job. Remember, you are also becoming meteorologists as we explore and learn new things about weather. Let's say our chant. Repeat after me. I'm a meteorologist and I'm here to say, I study the atmosphere every day. I measure the wind, the rain, and the snow. I check the temperature to see if it's high or low. Studying, measuring, and predicting too. Doing the meteorologist boogaloo. Great job repeating our meteorologist chant. Remember how last week we brainstormed some of the different types of weather? We learned that weather is a combination of sunlight, clouds, rain, wind, snow, and temperature. We also learned that different places in the world have different types of weather. This week, we're going to be learning about the sun. So let's read this story about the sun and learn why it is so important to us and the plants and animals that live on our planet Earth. The Sun by Karen Jones. The sun is a big star. It is a ball of fiery gas and very hot. There are billions of stars in space, and the sun is the closest star to Earth. Earth is the planet that we live on. The sun is very big. This is about how big it is compared to Earth. You could fit about 1 million Earths inside the sun. This hot ball of fire and gas sounds dangerous, but it is what gives us life here on Earth. It also causes our weather. The sun is very important. We get light from the sun's fiery rays. The Earth spins around, which causes us to have daytime and nighttime. When the place that we live in is facing the sun, it's daytime. When we are turned away from the sun, it's nighttime. The sun allows us to have life. Without the sun, we wouldn't have plants, animals, or people. The sun controls how plants grow. Plants use light from the sun to make food. If there was no sun, plants would not be able to make food. We would not have fruits or vegetables to eat. Animals and people need food to survive. If there were no fruits, vegetables, or plants to eat, there would be no animals or people. See how important the sun is? The sun warms our planet. It warms our land and water. The Earth is round, so different places receive different amounts of the sun's heat. Have you ever touched something outside and noticed that it was hot? If you go to a playground on a warm, sunny day, you may notice that different surfaces on the playground are warm or hot. That's because the sun's rays makes things warm. The sun also causes our weather here on Earth. The different amounts of heat across Earth is what creates the weather. Some places on Earth are very warm or tropical. They don't receive much snow or have very cold weather. Some places on Earth are always cold and snowy. They have short days with not a lot of sunlight. All weather is caused by the sun. The sun is important. It gives us light, gives us life, warms the planet, and causes weather. Now, do you remember? What does the sun do? How did you like that story? Can you believe that the sun is a star? Can you name one thing that the sun helps to grow and keep alive? In our story, it mentioned how the sun is a big ball of fiery gas, and the rays that come down off of that ball help warm things on our planet Earth. Some objects absorb or take in a lot of the sun's heat and become hot. You may find that a metal slide gets very hot on a sunny day. What are some other things that you can think of that get warm from the sun? Yes! And just like there are different temperatures on Earth, the sun heats things differently. There are even some things that don't really get warm in the sun. Have you ever walked with bare feet on grass on a sunny day? You probably didn't even notice this, but the grass was cool. That's because the grass uses the sun's energy to make food. It doesn't absorb or soak up the heat and become hot the same way that a metal slide does. As meteorologists, we can use our sense of touch to determine if something is hot or not by using the palm of our hand and our fingertips. The skin on your palm is very sensitive, and it can feel warmth or coolness. When we want to decide if a surface, the outside or the top of an object, is warm or cold, we lightly lay our palm and fingers flat on top of it. For this week's activity, we are going to have 2 tasks that go with our lesson. Your first task is to investigate and identify 3 things that get hot in the sun and 3 things that stay cool in the sun. It will look just like this. Your second task is to conduct an experiment to find out what happens to a cup of ice water in the sun and what happens to a cup of ice water in the shade. Now, before you do this experiment, I want you to think about what scientists do whenever they are studying something. We made this chart, and it kind of reminds us of the things that scientists do. The first thing they do is they ask the question. The second thing they do is they make a prediction. Remember, a prediction is a realistic guess of what is going to happen. The third thing they do is they watch and they measure what is happening. The fourth thing they do is they write about it. And then the fifth thing they do is they talk about it. I will attach all the handouts you need to our Google Classroom so that you and your grown-ups can use them to guide you through your experiment. The other handout that you're going to write on and then talk about is going to look like this. I can't wait to see what you discover. But remember, both of the tasks that I'm having you do need to be done on sunny days. So if it isn't sunny today, that's okay. Just put the task aside for another time when it's sunny later this week. I can't wait to see you next time. Bye-bye.